All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Crypto Talk. Bitcoin Brandon here from Los Angeles, California. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule for being here this morning. Saturday morning. Go ahead and type in the chat box where you are listening in from. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button on the YouTube channel. I said we have Linda Reuter. Linda, I got your text. That's not something that KGX itself would do. That's you're going to have big time bidders on that doing 20, 30, $40 million bids. That is how Mike Novogratz got in. Bethany Gibbs from Seattle, Lashana Robinson from Richmond, Elijah Morgan, Hercules, California, Cleve Stewart from New York, Eric Wright. Good morning, good morning. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share a suggestion, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. There's 4 rules I live by in the crypto space to have success. Rule number 1, education is key. Education is everything. Rule number 2, never invest money that you cannot afford to lose. Rule number 3, always get your return on investment back as fast as possible. And rule number 4, where do you see yourself in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? What are you willing to do to make it happen? Find a vehicle, stay focused, take action, and do not get distracted. Now, following these rules is not going to guarantee you success, but it will at least minimize your risk. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the most that we can ask for. So let's get screen share started here. Hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. I'm just getting my start this Saturday morning. I am actually supposed to be in Florida right now and Chicago next week, but I have some personal family issues, things I have to deal with. I had to cancel my trip, so I will not be in Florida this weekend or Chicago next weekend. However, I have not done a crypto So I'm going to take my time this morning because there's a lot of things to cover and go over. So let's first look at the market. What's going on in the market? Coin market cap's 134 billion. Now that's up. Last time I looked at it, we were at 131 billion a couple of days ago. So it's gotten a couple of $1 billion growth. Bitcoin dominance 51.7%. So Bitcoin's getting closer to that $4,000. But for the last 24 hours, looks to be a little bit flat. Ethereum 137, Ripple, Litecoin. So it looks to be a flat market this morning, but it's up since a couple of days ago. Let's see. Best performers. Kyber Network. Never heard of them. Kyber. Engine Coin, Bancor, Wan Chain, GX Chain, Icon. All right, let's see. What about any worst performers in the top 10? Repos, number 1, negative 12%. Ontology, Chainlink, Electronium, on a bit. Acres down a bit. All right, pretty flat market, but it is a little bit strong, getting close to the $4,000 range. Let's see. I've got a lot of news. Let's first see what we can go over first. OneCoin. You guys remember OneCoin? I remember I was getting hit up with OneCoin before I really got. And once I started to study crypto, I was hit up with it again. I said no to it. It didn't, for me, it didn't pass the smell test. And I'm not knocking anybody else that did it. I know people made a whole lot of money on it. I just didn't understand what the value of the coin was, what they were trying to do with it. To me, it looked like a scam. I'll just put it that simple. So I didn't get involved with that. To me, it was like a Gladia coin, OneCoin. Those are all those scams. They were much bigger overseas, especially in Asia. So they weren't being held to the strict laws of the United States, which is why they were able to survive and last so long. But things seem to be coming to a head. So let me put this link. I think this is one of the last major network marketing style companies in crypto that is getting shut down. This is why I can tell you guys the benefit where we sit with KGX is so important. Some people, they're not able to have the big picture. You can only see as far as the nose at the end of your face. That's like looking at the internet in 1993 and thinking, it's not really going anywhere yet. In this space, you've got to think like an investor. Got to have long-term vision here because all the billionaires do. They wrote off 2018. They weren't trying to make money off of crypto in 2018. They were building the and they were buying up coins, preparing for the long run. But we're going to get into that in a moment when we talk about Jack Dorsey. Well, look at this. This is why I said KGX is the future. FBI nabs OneCoin ringleader at LAX as massive crypto scam unravels. On March 6th, the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation arrested OneCoin ringleader Konstantin Ignatov at LAX. The government alleges that he was one of several masterminds behind the $1 billion crypto pyramid scheme. This is going to be far bigger than Zeke rewards. OneCoin has faced fines and criminal actions around the world, particularly in India, where 22 promoters have already been charged. China has also levied charges against promoters of OneCoin, while several central banks have issued Warnings. OneCoin claimed to be a revolutionary crypto. Instead, according to one researcher, it used a simple SQL database rather than a true blockchain. OneCoin's only rival in terms of scams is BitConnect. I disagree with that. They're not even in the same boat. Yeah, that's a bad analogy there, but I don't have time to go into why. Everybody wants to jail OneCoin scammers. While multiple authorities want to try the OneCoin promoters, the U.S. certainly has the longest history of prosecuting fraudsters in the crypto industry. U.S. authorities charged Ignatov with conspiracy to commit wire fraud in the U.S. since February 27th, when customs agents seized his phone and laptop and gathered evidence. His sister faces more charges: wire fraud, securities fraud, and money laundering offenses. She remains at large as a result of misrepresentations that Ignatova, and others made about OneCoin. Victims invested billions of dollars worldwide in the fraudulent cryptocurrency following his arrest. Ignatov appeared in magistrate court in the Central District of California and was detained on the charge contained in the complaint. Part of the case against Ignatov and Ignatova relates to the fact that they never launched an actual cryptocurrency. Instead, they used a proprietary SQL database to log transactions within the OneCoin network. In typical Ponzi fashion, they encouraged promises of guaranteed profit. See, here's the one big difference between is they want to use BitConnect and OneCoin. At one point, BitConnect was the number 5 cryptocurrency on CoinMarketCap. Yeah, let's look at that again. If we go to CoinMarketCap, BitConnect was at one point right here, over $2 billion. You could trade it with other coins. It had an exchange. It had an ecosystem. OneCoin's never been on here. It was not a blockchain. It's all internal. All right. Also, here's another difference. They encourage people to invest with promises of guaranteed profit, no matter how many articles about BitConnect are out there. They never, not the website, not the videos, they never guaranteed income. Promoters guaranteed income. That's another reason why in KGX we are so strict. Everybody wants, you don't know the phone calls I get where people say, I know you don't want to say nothing publicly, but can you tell me behind the scenes what are the numbers looking like? Even if true, you can't do that. You can't guarantee. You can't give income claims because it doesn't matter what you say. If you're off by 1 point or 0.5%, you will have somebody that screams bloody murder. Yeah, it's guaranteed. In fact, what surprised me, I shouldn't have been surprised, but people who know better, when they find out the number is off, they scream bloody murder and they act like I'm the one at fault. No matter, ignoring everything I've said before. See, as an investor, here's how I operate. I never listen to what people say. I use that as a guidance board and I do my own research, and then I always plot worst case scenario. So if somebody says, yeah, Brandon, you can make, $20,000 a month with this. Okay. If I invest, they say I make $20,000 a month. What's worst case scenario? I make $2,000 a month. Am I okay with that? If best case scenario happens from what they advertise, great. Am I good with worst case? If the answer is yes, then I will invest in it. I do the same thing with everything. I did it with Electronium. I did it with Green. Best case scenario with Green. Heck, it goes on the exchange at 5 cents, 10 cents. We're getting $40,000, 20,000, 40,000 coins a day, like 600,000 coins a month. Am I cool with that? That's best case. What about worst case scenario? What if I only get 5,000 coins a day? What if it only comes on the exchange at 5 cents? I'm sorry, half a cent. Point at half a cent or so more, we're looking at 75 to $100 a day per machine. I'm cool with that. Anyways, you cannot guarantee anything. KGX is about to use. We've been quiet for a reason. And I'm on a gag order, so which is why I because I have a tendency whenever I speak, I kind of spill the beans. I just don't speak. That's why you haven't seen me doing much videos. Because it's a quiet before the storm. All I can say is we're about to triple in size. We're launching some trading platforms that is giving everybody what we wanted from the very beginning. But we cannot guarantee anything. The only thing that's killing me is that it's not here right now. So it's like I'm just twiddling my thumbs, not able to do what I want to do yet. But it's right upon us. Anyways, fake blockchain is part of case against Ignatov. International authorities have been stupefied by the amount of money the scheme has managed to bring in, especially from impoverished regions like Vietnam, where the scam claimed to have some degree of legitimacy. OneCoin lacks a true verifiable blockchain that records OneCoin members. OneCoins are not in fact mined by members. And that's a fact. That's same with, if you go back, because even Mike Boggs did this. We looked at USI Tech and we looked at BitConnect. There was no proof or evidence of any trading going on with USI Tech. It was a class taking new money and using that to pay old money, but you were locked. You couldn't touch your money for 7 or 8 months or so, so they were able to keep it moving that way. On BitConnect's side, there actually was proof and evidence of trading going. It actually had a bot. You can see the blockchain doing its thing. And we realized that the bot was making anywhere between 4 to 7% a day. And then it was paying out anywhere between 0 to about 1.7, 1.8% a day to all of its members. The only way that system can keep is with the crypto market rising the way it did or remaining stagnant. It runs into problems when it starts to have a deep dive like it did from December. This is why you saw USI Tech and BitConnect have issues, is when the entire crypto market dropped by 7,000, 8,000 and wasn't coming back up. And that's when they ran money. Oh, we're about to be in for hard times here. They saw the writing on the board. Same reason why Steve Wozniak, the Woz from Apple, sold all his Bitcoin December 2017. Why do you think that is? What did he foresee that the market was about to drop dramatically? Of course he did. He bailed. And then he's buying now. Continue here. The mention of this fact in the indictment makes the case interesting for crypto enthusiasts. By definition, a public blockchain is hard to call a scam unless there is a pre-mine or other aspects which unduly reward certain participants. Again, that goes to the thing with BitConnect. It was a public blockchain. It was on multiple exchanges. Go just to the BitConnect website. You can go to the exchanges and get the coin. However, Ignatov and Ignatova were very actively claimed their role in the development and promotion of OneCoin. The indictment mentions the following video. I can watch that video. Ignatov says to a co-founder in one quote, "As you told me, the network would not work with intelligent people." The unnamed co-founder may be a person of interest in the investigation or may even be cooperating already against Ignatova. Ignatov cancels plans to be de facto leader. To get people to buy more coins last year, Ignatov told Inner Circle promoters that they would be going public with OneCoin in October 2018. I remember seeing that all over the place. And what do you mean going public? You're not even on the exchange. OneCoin wanted existing investors to buy more of the fake crypto in anticipation of a price rise. Going public never happened, of course. Perhaps the most aspect of the arrest is that it puts a damper on the backup plans of OneCoin. As those familiar with the case might be aware, Ignatov's sister, Ruja Ignatova, is in fact the main promoter and owner of the scam. Customs agents detained Ignatov and seized his phone and laptop in late February. They discovered he had full power of attorney over his sister's assets already. German authorities have an active warrant and are seeking to arrest Ruja Ignatova. At this point, it's clear that anyone still investing new money into OneCoin has not done any research. What did I tell you guys? Number one, education is key. Education is everything. What is my disclaimer? No matter what you hear, do your own research. I am not always right. I'm about 80% right. So no, you're not. About 80% right. Some things I get wrong. In the crypto space, most of the things that I get wrong is based on timing. Most of my predictions come true, just I get the timing off. But even when I say something, do your own research. You may see something or find something that I missed. So my voice is going. I'm doing this from my different computer. Let me, you know what? Let me actually call in. That might help out. So give me 1 second here. Let me my audio. How can I do that? All right, so I should be back. I am calling now in on my crypto phone. It never fails me. I'm so excited about this. There's some other news announcements coming out about the crypto phones. You haven't heard me talk about it in maybe a couple of weeks, but I will be talking about it big time very soon. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, this crypto phone, I've never dropped a call. I've never had an issue. The speed is faster than everything else I use. It's faster than my Verizon phone. So yeah, I'm pleased with this service. All right, so we're back. So he's supposed to be the de facto leader, but his sister is in fact the main promoter and owner of the scam. Customs agents detained his laptop. He had full power of assets. At this point, it's clear that anyone still investing new money into OneCoin has not done any research. The scheme specifically targets idiots. Wow. And people who are not intelligent. I wouldn't go that far. That's not fair to say. I know some very, very smart people and intelligent people who jumped in on OneCoin. Any cursory search about OneCoin will yield warnings from central banks and numerous reports on the illegitimacy of the coin.
What I do find is you find a lot of desperate people, people who are willing to take that risk because they're like, it may not be good, but what if it does work? If it works, my life is set for life. I'm done. That's like saying everybody who plays the lottery is an idiot or stupid or ignorant. Or not intelligent. I mean, you've got a chance of getting bit on the ass by a great white shark 5 times before ever winning the lottery. But in our minds, somebody always wins. I just saw a report this morning, some guy where's he from? Pennsylvania or somewhere? $240-something million last week. Ex-wife calling him up. He was unemployed. Somebody wins. Somebody won the $1.5 billion lotto. So that reason alone, people play. No chance in hell of ever winning. That doesn't mean that they're not intelligent or that they're idiots. They're just willing to take the risk. But again, I do question. I mean, I saw right through OneCoin before they had all these problems. But if you're still trying to get in on it now, yeah, what are you doing? Yet, just a day ago, a new video went on live on YouTube promising an exchange for OneCoin. What? All right, let's go on to another article here. I want to say that Jack Dorsey one. Satoshi Craig Wright, here we go, brags about destroying anonymous coins, Monero and Zcash. I so hope he is not Satoshi Nakamoto. I don't think so. But he claims it every now and then. All right, let's see what he's done now. Dr. Craig Wright is back, and this time he is out to destroy the societally menacing anonymous coin. The Australian computer scientist and alleged creator of Bitcoin told CNBC Africa's Rand Nooner that he knows how to kill Zcash and Monero. Dr. Wright said that he was going to expose these anonymous coins sometime this year, adding, "If you have a privacy coin, I will show you that it is basically as private as running through Times Square with your pants around your ankles." He's starting to sound like John McAfee now. If what Dr. Wright is saying is correct, then it is a piece of troubling news for discerning dark web drug traders and pseudonymous hackers. They reportedly prefer a Monero over a Bitcoin because Monero promises to offer better privacy protection. It is designed to mix up payments so that anyone investigating Monero's blockchain can't link transactions to its source. On the other hand, Bitcoin's blockchain is open, where researchers can trace transactions back to the original sender recipient. All they would need is an address and the chain linked to a user's true identity. But it doesn't precisely make Dr. Wright a genius, given he used a lot of I's in his statement. The respected scholar tends to forget that researchers before him had studied Monero for its potential flaws. Wired, for instance, it discusses the findings of a team of researchers from Princeton, Carnegie Mellon, Boston University, MIT, and the University of Illinois. Per them, Monero's mixing has a flaw. It makes it possible for investigators to extract individual transactions. What's the defect? According to researchers, Monero's transactions were not so private until February 2017, when the project went through a privacy protection upgrade dubbed as Ring Confidential transactions. But before that, the Monero blockchain had hosted roughly 200,000 transactions, which remain traceable to this date. There is also another defect, not found by Dr. Wright, that Monero developers are attempting to solve. As explained above, Monero mixes transactions at the time of transmission to hide their source. Remember the Battle of Seven Potters? In the book and movie Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, the Order of Phoenix manages to escort the real Harry Potter by transforming 6 of the Order members into his lookalikes. Monero uses similar decoys known as mix-ins to cover tracks of the original Monero coins. So, the crack has to do with Monero's optional privacy feature. For instance, in its first year, many users opted out of Monero privacy and transacted coins openly. The trouble lies in the fact that an already identified Monero token can be easily pulled out of the mix-ins by the Death Eaters, otherwise known as regulators. That leads to the same Bitcoin problem. One identified transaction revealing the identity of the following transactions, like the cowardice of Mundungus Fletcher, who was one of the Potter's decoys, exposed the rest of the order to danger. A not so anonymous arrogance. It is too early to say Dr. Craig Wright was taking his cues from the study mentioned above, but he sounds like a person who is projecting a technology's potential flaw as a doomsday button. It is as if Dr. Wright wants the projects to fail at any cost, never realizing that a flaw prompts developers to fix the problem, not shut down the entire operation. And Dr. Wright should know this better than anybody, because what did he do with Bitcoin Cash? Forked it. The whole thing didn't shut down because he saw a flaw. He came up with a solution, his version of it. Says DKC, fair but untrue. The conditions of disclosure are only relevant to the end user. It's the fine line of terms of conditions. Dr. Wright says, not my issue. You use an anon coin, a crime coin, as this is all they really are. And you are in many countries already committing a crime. So I would rather teach the feds how to stop this than help a bunch of losers help criminals. False. Again, Dr. Wright is throwing stones from a glass house. It's funny. You've got people in the crypto community calling another crypto criminal activity, when majority of the people outside of crypto are calling Bitcoin that is only being used for criminal activity. Craig Wright needs to sit down somewhere and shut up. And then there is a self-righteous brag. In one of his tweets, Dr. Wright said he was going to help the Criminal Enforcement Agency on how to stop an anonymous coin. They are the same agencies who will waste no time in arresting Dr. Wright for claiming that he is the creator of Bitcoin. That's true. A digital currency that reportedly facilitated money laundering and drug trafficking. Hey, didn't I just say that? In the last decade. Oh, I love you guys got to be educated and know this. When you cover crypto for so much, you see stuff. You cannot unlearn what you learn. I love it. It is not important whether you didn't commit a murder, but if you openly proclaim that you did, then you belong in jail anyway. The situation explains why Dr. Wright is cozying up with the Fed, luring them into a deal that will potentially scale up their crackdowns against digital currencies. But dear Feds, beware. What you might get is a recycled study in the name of technological breakthrough. For more information, just go through this. Oh, I'm not going through that whole tweet. The Bernie Madoff of Bitcoin. Craig S. Wright, who keeps forging documents to make it seem that he is Bitcoin pseudonymous inventor Satoshi Nakamoto, caught again, this time forging a 2001 antecedent to Nakamoto's first Bitcoin paper. Yes, Dr. Craig Wright can destroy anonymous coins, and these times anything can happen over a tweet. All right, let's see. It's another news here. Let's talk about Jack Dorsey. Twitter Jack Dorsey reveals his latest Bitcoin purchase to 4 million followers. Now, I have not read this article. I read these articles at the same time I'm doing the live. I don't read them first. In fact, one of the main reasons why I do live, because it forces me to actually read. Otherwise, I'll be distracted and do something else. But here's one thing I already know. Guys like him, already billionaires, are stocking up on coins. They've been doing so for a while. The rich always learn how to adapt, while the poor are always looking for reasons for something not to work and want to keep the status quo. And the funny thing is, they use the rich to back him up. See, I told you Bitcoin's a scam. Jamie Dimon said that it's a scam. Bill Gates said that it's not going anywhere. Warren Buffett calls it rat poison squared. Only a year later to find out, oh, they all invested millions of dollars. Jamie Dimon's coming out with his own freaking coin. And then what happened to you? You listen to them. So what is the Twitter CEO doing? If Jack Dorsey, CEO of both Twitter and Square, isn't heralding wide-scale adoption of Bitcoin, no one is. The tech entrepreneur's 4.15 million Twitter followers now know that he owns a Trezor hardware wallet, and he used BTC to make the purchase via the Square Cash app at the current BTC price. He paid approximately $261.54 or $261 for the device. Dorsey killed two birds with one stone, so to speak, by demonstrating the ease in which the app works and illustrating good security habits for crypto newbies who might be following his lead. Now that he is scooping, pay attention to this, he is scooping $10,000 worth of Bitcoin each week, which is the cap set by the Square Cash app. $40,000 a month he's spending on Bitcoin. Dorsey needed somewhere to safely store his funds. By announcing that he selected hardware security wallet Trezor as his device of choice, he gave Prague-based Satoshi Labs, which is the maker of the hardware wallet, some free press, which they ate up. We are proud to welcome you to the family, Jack. Kudos for choosing open source for your journey towards full digital sovereignty. I want you to let's do the math here for a second. Okay. This is what billionaires and millionaires and rich people do. I said it 2 years ago. At least come up with a budget to purchase Bitcoin every week and stash it away somewhere that you can forget it. Doesn't matter if it's $50 a week, $20 a week, $400 a week, whatever you can afford. So if he's doing $40,000 a month times 12 months, let's say for all of 2018, he did this. He spent $480,000, okay? The price of one Bitcoin, as of right now, is $39.45. Let's divide that by $39.45. That's 121 Bitcoin worth $480,000 for 1 year. 121 Bitcoin, 0.67. Let's say that rises back up to 20,000 per coin again. That $480,000 investment is now worth $2.4 million. Let's say 121.673. And what did the IBM CEO say, or vice president say? Yeah, one day it's going to go to $1 million per coin. So let's multiply that times 1 million. That's $121 million of a $480,000 investment over the course of 1 year of him doing, $10,000 a week is pocket change to him, right? That's nothing. What if this is the dead zone we're in now, right? What if he accumulated that over 2 years before the Bitcoin price went up? So you have 121 coins, right? Times 2. He's got 242 coins. That's worth $20,000 each. 4.8 million. 242 coins. That's worth $1 million each. 242 million. Guys, have your attention now? All right, let's continue. If you're wondering why Dorsey chose Trezor over competing crypto hardware wallet Ledger, you're not alone. His Twitter followers asked him the same thing, in response to which Jack pointed to the open source nature of Trezor. As one follower stated, and Jack agreed, Ledger is great too, but it's not fully open source. Their firmware is not open source due to vendor NDAs. As I understand it, it warranted a response by Ledger. Jack this. Hello, Jack, and thank you for raising awareness about Bitcoin. The security model of hardware is quite complex, and offering open source firmware isn't a silver bullet. We'll provide more flavor during MIT Bitcoin Expo on Sunday. Massive acceleration. Dorsey is forecasting massive acceleration for Bitcoin over the coming decade. See, remember what I said at the very beginning? Actually, before I even started the article, when I talked about people not understanding KTX, you got to be looking long term here. All the millionaires and billionaires are looking long term. Now I'm being proven. Jack Dorsey just said this. He's looking over the course over the next decade. Massive acceleration. And despite critics, is doing his part to bolster the crypto's use case as a currency. He has made it clear that sooner or later the Square Cash app will integrate Lightning Network technology, which will accelerate Bitcoin transactions for everyday micro purchases. Dorsey has become increasingly engaged with the crypto community, especially since he participated in the Bitcoin Lightning Network Trust Chain, which is a Bitcoin relay in which payments are passed from one user to another to demonstrate the speed of the network. The crypto platform, in addition to the tech community, U.S. politicians are beginning to incorporate crypto into their platforms. John Delaney, a 2020 presidential candidate who describes himself as an entrepreneur, cheered the recent DC Blockchain Summit, in which CFTC Chairman Christopher Giancarlo touted his do-no-harm regulatory approach to distributed ledger technology. Digital currency group's Barry Silbert tweeted the development. In his remarks, Giancarlo envisioned a world in which the blockchain was present during the financial crisis a decade ago, saying, at a minimum, it would certainly have allowed for far prompter, better informed, and more calibrated regulatory intervention, instead of the disorganized response that unfortunately ensued. Meanwhile, though Delaney may be a lesser-known candidate in the presidential horse race, he could be the one to make crypto and blockchain innovation among the topics of the election. More evidence of what the rich and the wealthy are doing. You do not need to be rich or wealthy to get in on this. He might be dropping $10K a week, but you can probably drop $10 a month, or $10 a week. Every little bit adds up, and you scale yourself up. Last but not least, Samsung. See, one of the main cases that I said 2 years ago, someone asked me, how do I think that mass adoption in crypto will take place? And my response is that when big companies that everybody is already spending money on start to use blockchain technology, then people aren't going to have a choice but to be involved. At least right now, we have a choice on how to be involved. But in the future, you're not going to have a choice. And now we're starting to see it. IBM, Microsoft, Berkshire Hathaway, Chase Bank, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Facebook, Twitter, Square. Now we're talking about the cell phones. Android, Samsung, next will be up Apple. You haven't heard anything Apple. Let's just say you heard it from me first. Apple will have a huge announcement within the next 12 months. as it comes to crypto technology. So Samsung Pay will integrate cryptocurrencies for 10 million users. Even before the official announcement of Samsung Electronics on the launch of the Samsung blockchain wallet, local publications speculated that Samsung Pay could be behind the high-profile crypto integration for the Galaxy S10. If Samsung Pay is behind the crypto integration, it may be crucial for real adoption. On January 29th, the Korea Herald reported that Samsung is set to integrate a cryptocurrency wallet into the Galaxy S10, well over a month before the formal release of the Samsung blockchain wallet on February 21st. Industry sources reportedly told the publication that Samsung Pay, a widely utilized digital payments application with over 10 million active users, is behind the Galaxy S10's cryptocurrency wallet. The arrival of the new Samsung phones could start popularization of the cryptocurrency wallet system in Korea, an industry executive said. On March 8th, what is this? Oh, yeah, what's he talking about? You play this for us a quick second. What? What did he just do there? I missed that. What is that paper he's got there? And he scanned it. Did you guys see that? I gotta see that again. Huh? Oh, I don't know what he just did, but it looked cool. I don't know if that was a paper wallet that he scanned, and next thing you know, it popped up on the phone. Wow. On March 8th, 3 weeks following the release of the Samsung blockchain, I'm getting excited on this now. Donga, one of the largest mainstream media outlets in South Korea, reported that Samsung Pay considers cryptocurrency integration as a way to expand its user base internationally. The report entitled Crypto Flying Away with Samsung Pay on Its Back, which was featured in the March edition of Shin Donga, the oldest and most popular magazine in the country, said that cryptocurrency support will strengthen Samsung Pay as a fintech platform. The report, translated by CCN, read, Samsung Pay has recently extended the transaction period for overseas users and integrated an international payment processing service, aggressively targeting the global financial services market. At this phase of development, if a cryptocurrency wallet is added to Samsung Pay, the application will be strengthened as a complete fintech platform. Currently, the Samsung blockchain wallet is said to be supporting Ethereum, but more cryptocurrencies are expected to be integrated in the near term. I gotta take a look at this too. These users and integrated in international payment processing service, and Whole Foods, aggressively targeting the global. I hear myself. Oh, that's why. I can't shut that off. I hear myself, so I can't hear this play. But that is something I'll look at later on then. So Samsung's Pay consideration of integrating cryptocurrencies goes in line with its past acquisitions and product launches. Since its inception, Samsung Pay has competed head first against other digital payments applications like Apple Pay and Kakao Pay in innovation and technological development. In 2015, Samsung Pay acquired Loop Pay for $250 million, an acquisition that had seen mixed reactions from industry analysts. The acquisition allows Samsung Pay users to process payments by hovering the phone over the point-of-sale terminals, providing the platform an edge over its competitors in user experience. According to Donga, the user base of Samsung Pay has grown by 58% from 2007. It grew by almost 60% in 1 year. Oh man, this is going to happen much faster than we thought. according to YouTube, T-Map, Instagram, Samsung Pay. Wow. Given the well-documented and successful strategy of Samsung to pursue aggressive acquisitions, product launches, and the integration of newly emerging technologies, many analysts in South Korea expect Samsung Pay to take a lead in the cryptocurrency sector. This is a win-win for crypto and for Samsung, I agree. Similar to the integration of Bitcoin by Square Cash, Samsung Pay could benefit from cryptocurrency integration and appeal to millennial and digital asset users. Since Square integrated Bitcoin in late 2017, the market valuation of the company has increased by 516%, evolving into a payments behemoth. Bitcoin most likely has not been a core catalyst in the growth of Square, but it has played a vital role in establishing an initial user base for Square and enabled the company to snowball in the months ahead. As of April 2018, Samsung Pay recorded $18 billion in transaction volume, and industry experts believe the integration of crypto by Samsung Pay could fuel the mainstream adoption of cryptocurrencies, especially on the side of merchants. An industry executive told Donga that while the Samsung blockchain wallet could significantly improve the visibility and accessibility of cryptos, it will not be sufficient in leading to meaningful merchant adoption at retail stores, supermarkets, cafes, and restaurants. Not yet. This is the beginning. So here's what's going to happen, and I think this is going to be more bigger in Asia than America yet. But if you know how they do commerce in Asia, nobody carries cash over there. They do all their transactions with their phone, and they just wave their phones over point of sale systems. The same one that Fundi X has, for example. If you ever go into a store, you know that reader that you slide your debit card that has the chip in. You know what I'm saying? That's a point of sale device. Now imagine it, but it looks like a big iPhone and it has a screen. Like I went to the movie yesterday to go see Captain Marvel, and I never actually wait in line to buy a ticket. I always buy my tickets a couple of days early online, and then I go and I scan it. You know, they got this little scan bar. Better representation. I travel a lot, so when I get my plane ticket, I have my boarding pass, text to me. So when I go through the checking, all I got to do is pull out my driver's license and my phone, and the device scans my phone, and all my info pops up. That is the future. It is not so big on the financial side in the United States yet, but that is the only way they do it in Asia. We're behind on that, which means I see opportunity. I see opportunity just in investing, and I see opportunity with KGX. Like I said, with KGX, we are thinking long term here. I'm getting myself excited about that stuff. What time is it now? 9:54 a.m. Should I keep going? Anything else that we can cover? There's been a whole lot. And maybe since I have been MIA the last couple of days, let's see if there's something interesting I can pull up here. Samsung Pay will integrate cryptos, covered that. Tesla's entire board sued over Elon Musk's trigger-happy Twitter. Let's look at news.ccn.com, news.bitcoin.com. Let's see, is there anything else that we can learn this morning? Nakamoto game brings transparent blockchain lottery to Bitcoin Cash. Okay. OneCoin. Yeah, we covered OneCoin. Fidelity's cryptocurrency arm stops. Whoa. What? Fidelity's cryptocurrency arm starts offering institutional investor services. That is something I got to save for tonight, because that's big. Let's see. Most popular cryptos in India, trading platform Voltaire. UN panel, North Korea hacked 571 million from Asian crypto exchanges. They've been doing that for 2 years. Russian local bitcoins trade outpaces Venezuela. Cryptocurrencies struggle to surpass upper resistance. Universal Protocol Alliance launches interest-paying stablecoin. Interest-paying stablecoin. That's a new one. Pro-crypto presidential candidates. Yes, the Daily News, Bitmain. Canada Tax Agency poses probing questions. Sometimes just by reading the headlines, you're learning something. You see what's in the news. 1.3 million leaked transactions link major banks. Oh, yeah, I covered that one. $8.8 billion money laundering scheme. That was from the largest bank in Russia. Social investment platform eToro launches in 30 U.S. states. Survey shows consumers remain bullish on the future of cryptos. Yep. Let me go back to, well, let's see if Toshi Times has anything that hasn't been covered yet. Oh, I don't have that up on this computer. All right, well, I'm going to check back CCN. I saw a new article popped up. Facebook's cryptocurrency is a Yon coin. What new cryptocurrency? Have I missed something? Okay, let's read this article and then we'll call it a day until I come back later tonight. So Facebook cryptocurrency is a Yon coin, not a blow to Bitcoin. I don't think that was their purpose. Just like JP Morgan coming up with their JPM coin. Oh, my computer, don't freeze on me. Okay, what's Mark Zuckerberg up to? Facebook's cryptocurrency is a Yon coin. Come on, computer. Okay. As Mark Zuckerberg outlines his vision for Facebook as a trusted digital brand for secure and private messages and payments between users, Billy Bamborough writes at Forbes, blow to Bitcoin as Mark Zuckerberg warns Facebook payments are coming. Bitcoin, which has recently attracted the attention of some of the world's biggest technology entrepreneurs, is likely to soon get a major competitor, Mark Zuckerberg's social networking giant, Facebook. Last week, Nathaniel Popper and Mike Isaac at the New York Times revealed leaks from multiple sources that Facebook is secretly working on a crypto to rival Bitcoin for digital peer-to-peer payments. That would be the wrong approach to take. You don't need to come out with something to rival Bitcoin. Hoping to accomplish with scale, trust, and clout what Bitcoin has forged out of a trustless distributed, they already lost. First and foremost, Facebook is being slammed with leaking personal data information and all that other stuff. Nobody trusts Facebook like that. The entire point of Bitcoin is that it's anonymous, is that it is decentralized, that nobody can control it. You already lost that fight if you're going to come out that way. Yeah, Facebook, if you're listening, I am available if you want to hire me as a consultant to get you on the right path. Last week, let's see, the Facebook and Telegram are hoping to succeed where Bitcoin failed. Bitcoin has not failed. They're already screwing up. The most anticipated but secretive project is underway at Facebook. The company is working on a coin that users of WhatsApp, which Facebook owns, could send to friends and family instantly, said 5 people briefed on that effort who spoke on the condition of anonymity because of confidentiality agreements. They already lost this. All they're doing is giving a good idea to somebody else. Twitter could do something like this. You think Jack Dorsey ain't paying attention? He already is. He owns Square. Facebook's cryptocurrency sounds like it will be JPM coin all over again. Yep. Facebook payments is not a blow to Bitcoin. First of all, news of Facebook coin hasn't scared the price of BTC down. So the money doesn't think news of Facebook's crypto for its message app is a blow to Bitcoin. This is probably going to be the same thing as JP Morgan's JPM coin, a stablecoin used as an accounting system to move dollars around. Nothing interesting to see here, and nothing that comes close to dealing a blow to Bitcoin. It doesn't even compete with Bitcoin, and it isn't hoping to succeed where Bitcoin failed. Bitcoin didn't fail. It succeeded. It's the largest scale deployment of public key crypto in history by civilians to secure banking and financial transactions on an open, transparent, trustless, decentralized peer-to-peer network governed by checks and balances that encode an economic philosophy into a network architecture. Facebook isn't even trying to compete with that. It's building something else that's the opposite of that, something that has already existed in many forms. Did he actually say? No, he didn't say it yet. Facebook says, just trust us to be responsible for not only your privacy, but now your financial privacy and the security of your money. People would have to go crazy to buy into that. If Facebook wanted to do this, they should have pulled this off 2 years ago, and they could have. But they waited till all of a sudden the Winklevoss twins, they're making headway. Now, Zuckerberg wants to get in on it. Letting Facebook do your banking. Does Zuckerberg think we've all lost our minds? Get your popcorn ready and enjoy the show. Facebook's attempt to create a cryptocurrency might fall just as flat as Google's attempt to create a social media platform with Google+. Sometimes all the brute scale in the world isn't enough to successfully copy something truly special and completely different someone else has already made. Do you think people will honestly use the most popular messaging app to send Facebook's coin that isn't good for anything else except sending to someone else over Facebook? I mean, it's one coin. That's one coin. Are you going to be on is a Facebook coin going to be on an exchange? No. Is it going to be on the blockchain? No. Or the most popular cash app that they are already using for payments to keep sending dollars and to send Bitcoin, the world's most highly sought after digital currency? Yeah, they're doing this completely wrong. And if they're smart, they should figure it out already by now. But if they keep going in their little master think tank and go along with this in this fashion, it's gonna fail miserably. And the fact that they haven't figured that out yet, it concerns me. It reeks of desperation. What are you doing? All right, so that's enough for crypto talk for this morning. I'll be back later tonight for a late night crypto talk. One we're going to talk about is Fidelity. I covered Fidelity a couple of weeks ago. So Fidelity's cryptocurrency arm starts offering institutional investor services. So when I covered it before, it was just thinking about it. Now they are actually doing it. Fidelity Investments' new cryptocurrency arm is now up and running. I'm curious to see what that's going to do to the price of Bitcoin right now. The unit, Fidelity Digital Assets, began operations earlier this quarter, but didn't make any noise about it. It has already started offering trade execution and crypto custody services to institutional investors, such as hedge funds and private wealth management firms. All right, I'm going to save that one for tonight. So I hope you guys learned something new. As always, that is the point. Keep getting your education. Keep learning, because you're going to know what to do with your money. Where do you want to be 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? I make no bones about where I'm at. I've been living off of crypto since 2017. That's the biggest benefit. It is also my biggest flaw. What's my biggest flaw? I've been living off Bitcoin since 2017, which means I haven't been stacking Bitcoin the way I want to because I've been living on it. So what is my solution? To make enough money so that I have one investment that secures my living situation and other investments that is able to stack up on the coins. That's my goals. And I know by the end of this year, I will have at least 4 sources of income, earning $5,000 to $10,000 a month each, outside of what I'm already currently doing, or on top of that, because at least 2 or 3 of them is coming from KGX. So with that, what are your goals? You don't need to share them with anybody, just as long as you have goals set. Have a great day. Bitcoin Brandon out. I'll see you tonight. Bye-bye.